All right. Well, welcome. Great to have you joining me today. I hope you're having a good day. Why don't we start to settle in? When you're ready, you just lie back, close your eyes, and breathe. Taking the time to make that transition, to practice transitioning from whatever it was you were doing, work, family, to now into the practice. All those other obligations, learn how to put them down, how to turn our mind, our focus, our attention to ourselves. And we turn that attention to ourselves not from a framework of comparison, not from a framework of right and wrong, but simply just noticing ourselves in this moment, and this, and this. Noticing those subtle sensations throughout the body. Take just a couple more breaths, just a few more moments out of the day. And your next inhale is a nice deep full inhale. Complete exhale as you draw your knees into your chest. You wrap your arms around your shins, hugging your thighs tight. And you gently rock from side to side. That sense of movement. Come back to center, hands behind your knees as you rock from the tailbone to the shoulder blades. Nice and smooth. Nice steady rhythm back and forth, and the next inhale draws you up to sitting. You sit tall. The back of the neck is long, the eyes remain closed. You take a moment. And on inhale, you rise up to stand. Tadasana. You find your balance. The feet are firm, shoulders back. Your eyes are closed. And palms together at your heart. And on inhale, you take the arms up, lengthening. And exhale, you fold forward over your legs. You get your hands to the floor and inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Left foot back, plank pose. And exhale as you lower towards the floor. Inhale, forward, broadening the collarbone. And exhale, you press back down, dog. And you settle in. You can pedal the feet, roll the shoulders. Sway from side to side. Whatever feels good. Then inhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Exhale, left foot forward, fold and over your legs. And inhale all the way back up, full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale to get up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Right leg back. And exhale. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. Let the head hang heavy. Just starting to wake things up. Starting to work out those lines of the body, that sense of movement. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, reaching for the ceiling. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back. Left leg. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Right. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. You work that tilt of the tailbone towards the ceiling. Hollowing out the low back. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale to get up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot. Left. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Down dog. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Right. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Remember to take your time with the movement. Not rushing it. But trying to find that full range of motion. The full breath that coordinates with it. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale. And exhale. You relax your arms, you close your eyes. Tadasana. Nice and steady. With the big toes close, the heels apart. You bend the knees, drop the hips, and sweep the arms down. The hips sit low. The tailbone draws down. You hug those thighs into each other, using the strength of them to give you that nice firm foundation. Then exhale as you fold forward over your legs. You catch hold of whatever you got, your toes, your ankles, your shins. The head hangs heavy. The tailbone actively tilts towards the ceiling. Opening up that back line of the body. Then inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. You float or step the feet back. Down dog or vinyasa. Inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. Warrior one. And back heel spins in. The torso sweeps up. The hips try to square with the top edge of the mat. So you're drawing that left side forward. With that left heel anchored behind you, the hip will only come so far. And then you start to get that isometric contraction through the low abdomen. The abdominal muscles contracting, trying to pull the hip, which in turn gives you that nice upward lifting sensation of the torso. A nice spiral up. Then on your next inhale, you just open up, warrior two. Let that left heel spin out so that back foot's now parallel to the back edge of the mat. The front knee is still bending as close to 9 degrees as you like. The arms reaching into a T as the gaze is soft out over those front fingers. And you feel the breath. Nice full inhales. Complete exhales. Letting yourself settle into the pose. Then reaching forward, that right elbow comes to the right thigh or hand to the floor for side angle. Left bicep starts next to the left ear. You have a nice long line from that left hand to left shoulder to hip to heel. If you want to wrap that arm around your back, working your bind, feel free. But you roll that left side back. Staying broad across the collarbone, as if you're trying to turn your sternum, the center of your chest, towards the ceiling. And on your next inhale, you rise up, warrior two. And sweep that left arm forward as that left heel peels now, high lunge. The hips square to the top edge of the mat. And take a moment, set your base, then palms together, thumbs to your heart, as you fold and twist to the right. Revolve side angle. You can broaden your arms or bind. You can always lower that back knee to help steady you up. Find that nice tight rotation of the torso. That left shoulder rolling under the right shoulder, drawing back. And on inhale, you come back to center. High lunge. Take a breath. And on exhale, hands to the floor as you find your way to down dog. And inhale, the left leg lifts. And exhale, step the foot forward. Warrior one. Take the time to feel that upward lift of the torso. That drawing forward to the right side. Reaching up through the arms. Then inhale as you open up, warrior two. And keep those hips low and level. Then reach forward, side angle. Left elbow to thigh or hand to the floor. And right arm starts long overhead. Again, if you want to work that bind, feel free. But you're rolling open. Keep that left hip hugging in towards the midline of the mat. It's going to want to drift out behind you. You have to hold it in tight. Help build that tension to the inner thigh. And inhale as you rise up, right back to warrior two. Then sweep that right arm forward as the right heel peels. High lunge. When you feel set with your stance, palms together, thumbs to your heart, and you twist to the left. Revolve side angle. You broaden, you bind, maybe lower that back knee. But you turn your attention to that twist. Good. With your next inhale, you come back to center. High lunge. And exhale, hands to the floor as you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. Then inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward, low lunge. Staying low, you just walk yourself over to the left edge of the mat. Setting up for a wide leg forward fold. The feet turn so they're parallel to the short ends of the mat. And on exhale, you fold forward. You can walk those hands back. But let the head hang heavy. Tailbone tilting towards the ceiling. Then inhale up halfway. Exhale, hands to your hips. And inhale the rest of the way up. From here, you're going to turn those right toes out. And let those left toes turn in slightly. So that your hips square with the top edge of your mat. Setting up for pyramid pose. We'll take the arms behind our back. And either reverse prayer, palms together. Fingers pointing towards the ceiling. Or you grab opposite elbows. And on your next exhale, you fold forward over that right leg. Reaching the crown of the head toward the top edge of the mat. So that the spine, the back stays long as you fold that over that right thigh. You're pressing firm into both feet. Feeling anchored through those legs. Allowing the torso to extend out over that thigh. Then inhale, you rise up. Bend that right knee and sweep the arms up overhead, warrior one. From here, you'll sweep the arms behind your back, setting up for humble warrior. This time, interlace the fingers. The shoulder blades draw back as those elbows try and straighten. Then you fold forward, just inside that right thigh. The head bows. Nice, smooth, deep breath. And on inhale, you rise up, warrior one. You take a breath to set it up. And the left leg lifts. And on exhale, you step the foot forward, walking yourself over to the right edge of the mat. The feet turn parallel. And exhale, you fold once again. If you want to take the arms behind your back or grab your toes, feel free. Then inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, hands to your hips. And inhale, the rest of the way up. From here, those left toes will turn forward. That right heel spins out, so your hips can square. Your arms come behind your back. Reverse prayer or opposite elbows. Either one, what you're really focusing on, that broadening across the upper chest. Keeping the upper chest broad as you fold forward over that left leg. Then inhale as you rise up. Warrior one. Left knee bends, arms sweep up. Then take the arms behind your back. Interlace the fingers, nice and broad, as you bow forward. Humble lunge. Trying to let that left shoulder slide just inside that left knee. The torso sinks. The head hangs heavy. And those arms draw back. Inhale, warrior one. Nice full breath as you sweep up. And exhale, hands to the floor as you find your route to down dog. Then exhale the right foot forward. Warrior two. Now straighten out that right leg. Reach forward. Triangle pose. Right hand lands down. Left arm reaches up. Nice and open here. Long line from that foot to foot. From hand to hand. From the crown of the head back to the tailbone. Inhale, back up. Setting up for revolved triangle so that left foot will step in just a touch as the toes turn forward. Your hips square to the top edge. Right hand's on the right hip. Left arm reaches up. You fold about halfway and you rotate. Left hand lands down. Right arm reaches up. Keep pressing down in that back left heel. The crown of the head extends forward. And inhale as you rise up. You're going to bring your hands to your heart and just step that left foot forward next to the right. Tadasana. You take a breath. And preparing for extended hand to toe pose. Hands together at your heart. Just you're balancing the body and mind. Left hand comes to left hip. Right arm straight out in front. You isolate those right hip flexors and you lift that leg as high up as you can. When it won't go any higher, then you reach out and either grab the big toe or let the knee bend and you grab behind the thigh. As you feel steady, you can start thinking about working into it deeper. Maybe you're working on reaching inside that leg to catch the big toe. Maybe you're working on straightening that leg out. Or you start thinking about lifting that foot up towards the ceiling. You breathe. Nice full inhales, complete exhales. Now, if you have that right leg straight, you're going to take your left hand to the outside of that right foot. If your right knee is bent, that left hand will go to the outside of the right knee. Now, on your next inhale, you just sweep that right arm back behind you and the torso twist. And you try and look back at that right thumbnail. Nice and smooth back to center. Hands to your heart as you place that right foot on the floor. Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Float or step. Then exhale the left foot forward. Warrior two. You'll straighten out that left leg. Reach forward. Triangle pose. Nice and open. Nice and stable. Inhale as you rise up. That right foot steps in just a touch of those right toes turn in. Left hand to left hip. Right arm reaches up. And exhale as you fold about halfway. And rotate. Revolve triangle. Right hand lands down. Left arm reaches up. And as you twist tighter, and this right shoulder twists further under, this left hip draws towards the back edge of the mat. That helps keep your hips square to the top edge of the mat so that you get that nice long spiraled line of the torso without the hips swinging with you. And inhale, you rise back up. You bring the hands to your heart. And just take that step, bring that right foot forward. Tadasana. And palms together. The weight starts to shift to the right. Right hand's at the right hip. Left hand's out in front. And you lift that left leg as high up as you can. Then you catch it. The toe, or bend the knee and catch the thigh. You stand tall. And maybe start to work your progressions. Reaching for that big toe if the knee is bent. Trying to straighten that leg if you have the big toe. And then trying to lift that foot to the ceiling if you're holding the toe with the straight leg. Plant that left leg straight. Right hand comes to the outer edge of the foot. If the left knee is bent, right hand comes to the outer left knee. And that left arm just sweeps back. Good. Back to center. Keep it together. Hands to your heart. And nice and light, you place that left foot down. Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Floater step. Then exhale, the right foot steps forward. We're going to lower that left knee and curl the toes. Keep the left hand down as that right arm reaches up. Setting up for lizard twist. You can stay there. When you take that right arm back behind you, as that left knee bends, catching hold of the outer edge of that left foot. You hug the heel in as the torso twists open. And releasing that left foot, hands frame the right foot as you shift your hips back. The right knee straightens up, the toes peel up, and you fold forward over that right leg. Then inhale halfway up as you twist to the right. That left hand's going to cross over top that right shin. That right hand starts to walk towards the back edge of the mat. While the torso is twisting towards the right, those right toes are probably going to try and roll over to the right a little bit, but you keep them pointed towards the ceiling. And back to center. You frame that right leg. You can fold over at half Hanumanasana, or you start to slide that right heel forward, working towards your full splits. And slide that right foot back. You plant your hands and you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. And exhale the left foot forward. The right knee lowers, the toes uncurl. Right hand stays down as that left arm reaches up. You stay right there. Bring that left arm back as that right knee bends. You catch hold of that foot, hugging the heel in as you try and roll your sternum, center your chest towards the ceiling. Keep your weight drifting forward towards that left foot and right hand, especially if you grab that back foot. And back to center. Frame that left foot. The hips shift back so that left knee can straighten out. Left toes lift up. You fold over that leg just for a breath or two to get nice and long. Then inhale halfway. And you twist to left. Right hand comes over top. Left hand starts to walk back. And you make sure those left toes are pointing to the ceiling. And back to center. You fold over that left leg, isolating those hamstrings, where you start to slide that left heel forward for your full splits. Remember the difference between full and half splits. Half splits just stretches those front hamstrings. Full split stretches those front hamstrings and starts to stretch the hip flexors on that back leg. Trying to get as close to a straight line as you can from thigh to thigh. Nice and smooth. That foot draws back, the hands plant, and you choose your route to down dog. And on exhale, lower your knees to the floor, and you come to standing on your shins, setting up for camel. The shoulders are over the hips, over the knees, hands against the low back. And on inhale, you just roll your sternum towards the ceiling. If you like to release your hands to the feet of the floor, feel free to go as deep as you like. Inhale, rising up. Relax your arms, take a breath. Then once again, hands against the low back. And you go up and over. Breathing into the front of the body. Working that line of rolling up and over rather than just leaning backwards. Inhale, rising up. Take a breath. Third and final one on an inhale. And inhale as you rise up. You're going to sit your hips on your heels, keeping the torso upright. Hero's pose. Take a breath. I'm going into reclining hero's pose. So you're going to lift your hips, and you're going to bring those feet just outside your hips. And you start to sit yourself back down. Now, as you sit down between those feet, if you get all the way to the floor, great. You hang out there for a breath. If you can't quite get to the floor or your knees start to pinch, you can either keep those hands on the ground outside your ankles and just kind of meter the amount of weight you sit those hips down. Or you can bring those feet back together and sit on your heels. Now, if you're sitting on your heels or you're all the way on the floor and those knees are feeling okay, then you start thinking about reclining. Hands behind you, and you just lean back into it. Maybe you lower to the forearms. Maybe you lower all the way down. And you'll notice, due to the tight middle quad here and your hip flexors, those knees are probably going to try and float up on you. So as you lean back and those knees lift, try and push those knees back down. Trying to open up the fronts of your hips. Be mindful of how your low back feels too. There's a tendency to start to put tension there. And we want to feel that tension on the front of the thighs and right here at those hip points, rather than in our low back or in our knees. And take a couple more breaths. Nice and smooth, you find yourself in child's pose when you're ready. And inhale, you rise up. You're going to sit over to the left side of your feet, setting up for half spinal twist. So that right foot, the one on top of the stack, steps over top that left thigh. The right knee points to the ceiling. Right hand's on the floor behind you. Left arm reaches up. And on exhale, you twist. You hook the elbow outside the thigh. Turning your gaze over that back shoulder. And back to center. And you switch sides. Our right leg tucks under. Left foot steps over. Then your left hand's on the floor behind you. Right arm reaches up. And you twist. Hooking the elbow outside that thigh. And back to center. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Heels and toes. Baddha Konasana. Interlace the fingers outside those toes. You draw the knees away from each other as you fold forward. And you're thinking about trying to take the center of your chest towards those big toes. There's a tendency here to round our back and try and tuck ourselves in. But really we want to start to lean out. Help broaden across the inner thighs, stretching the adductors. Then inhale, you rise up. You take the legs straight. Paschimottanasana. The feet are flexed. The arms reach up. And exhale, you fold forward and move your legs. You catch hold of whatever you got. Bow your head, close your eyes. Then inhale as you reach out, you rise up. You sweep your arms around in front. And on exhale, you lower yourself down onto your back. From the lie flat. Once down, you bend your knees. Feet are flat, the arms alongside the body. Preparing for 3 rounds of back